And last we saw, possessed Katie murdered Mika and then killed her sister Christy and Christy's husband Daniel, then kidnapped their 1-year-old son Hunter. And Paranormal Activity 3 starts in the year 2005, which is a year before the events of the first two movies, and Christy is pregnant with Hunter, and Katie's preparing to move into a house with her boyfriend Mika. It will be the first of several terrible decisions this woman will make throughout the rest of her life. Katie asks to store more of her stuff in Daniel and Christy's basement, including a box that belonged to their grandma Lois, which is full of old VHS tapes from when Katie and Christy were younger. And it's always awkward when found footage movies need to retcon the story. They have to be like, oh yeah, we forgot to show you this footage of Katie dropping off a box of tapes. So good thing they recorded this super random encounter. And then we get footage from when Daniel and Christy's house was vandalized in part 2. And we were initially told that the only thing that was missing from the house was a necklace that Katie made for her sister. But now we're told that the box of VHS tapes was also listed in the police report as being missing.
I don't see that box of tapes that Katie brought over. Looks like that's the only thing that's missing.
If my house is broken into and trashed, I'm not going to notice a random box of VHS tapes that my wife's sister left in my basement. That's the least of my concerns. But apparently someone found this box of VHS tapes because that's what this whole movie is about, is the VHS tapes from 1988, when Katie was 8 and Christy was 6. And Katie and Christy lived with their mother, Julie, and Julie's boyfriend, Dennis, who was a wedding videographer. And Christy has an imaginary friend named Toby.
Christy, Toby isn't real.
But honestly, no Toby has ever truly been real. No offense to all the Tobys out there, but it's just such a silly name. And man, characters in this movie have such weird names. Jareth, Hoggle, Toby. What a stupid name. Toby sounds like something an unfrozen caveman would shriek as he was frantically pointing at a bus. One day, Dennis is home alone when he hears noises coming from the girls' room. And when he's up there, the small storage area door opens, but he gets interrupted by Christy before he can investigate further. Or, barricade that door so it can never be opened again. That's what I would do. I don't want some creepy little door that only some sort of half man could crawl in and out of. And forget evil entities. I'm forever scarred by that story of the woman living in that dude's cupboard for a year. That is more terrifying than any demon named Toby. A homeless person named Toby. Okay. Now we have some frights. And that night, Dennis films him and Julie smoking marijuana. And because Julie is clearly a drug-addled freak, she agrees to let Dennis film them having sex. Ugh. Let's count the transgressions, shall we? Huffing dope? Mm-hmm. Premarital sex? Yeah. Julie's divorced. That's a big one. Just any kind of sex with a wedding videographer in general has to be a sin. And sex with a videographer named Dennis? Holy hell. May as well just change Julie's name to Jezebel. Luckily, God is also watching, and he sends an earthquake to destroy the 1980s Sodom and Gomorrah. And the next day, Dennis is reviewing the footage of the earthquake with his assistant, Randy. Ladies, this is why you don't make a sex tape with dudes named Dennis, because then they will watch it the next day with their buddy named Randy.
How late do you have to be to a game that absolutely no one is there? There isn't even that one assistant coach quietly hauling equipment to the back of a pickup truck. You know the guy I'm talking about. His name was almost always Randy, and he would always help coach even though he didn't have a kid on the team. Randy. Your dad went to high school with him?
Dennis thinks that he sees a figure in the corner when the earthquake hits, and he tells Randy all about the noises that he's been hearing in the house. I think the main noise that Dennis hears is most likely God crying, because you're living in sin. Dennis then tries to film Julie going potty. And now I understand people's sexual proclivities are different. Everyone has different things that get their gears cranking. But when it comes to people going potty, we only need to go to one source.
That's good, because I got to go to the ladies.
Can I come in and watch?
And cut. Oh, that was great. Stephen, I don't know about that line. It just seems weird for a new husband to want to see his new wife going potty, what the are you talking about? Watching a woman pee is like the sexiest thing known to man. I don't know, Stephen. It just doesn't feel right. Oh, it doesn't feel right. Oh, okay. Well, how about I feel your right ventricle when I rip your heart out of your chest, you son of a bitch? Stephen, you jerking me. Dennis then asks Julie if he can set up a camera in their bedroom and the girls' room to capture the paranormal activity. And he also wants to set one up in the bathroom to capture Julie's bowel movements because Dennis is a sex fiend and is barely human at this point.
How long do the tapes last?
That's 6 hours each.
So you have to change them every 6 hours?
Really, Dennis? Couldn't spring for the 10-hour tapes? Hey, Christy. Oh, did I wake you up? So sorry. Come here. This is going to sound a little weird, but do you like McDonald's?
Yeah.
You do? Yay. Would you like the idea of winning $1 million from McDonald's?
Yeah. Probably.
So McDonald's has this contest going on right now, and if you sing the McDonald's menu song, you could win $1 million. Now, you're underage, so they'll probably need your parents to sign a consent form or something, but we gotta be snappy, so where are your parents?
In their bedroom. Be quiet so we don't wake Katie up.
I'm so sorry, I'm being a real Dennis right now.
It's okay.
Now, I know Dennis has a record player. Do you think he'd let us use it?
Why?
Well, because they have the song on a record. You have to listen to it and memorize it, then you record yourself singing it and you send it back. Like, would Dennis let us borrow it? Is he cool?
Yeah, kinda. He's very sweet.
Sweet. All right, this is awesome. You get a good night's sleep because the real work begins tomorrow. I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. What the hell did you say to me, Broseph? I will end you, dude. The next day, Dennis goes to talk to Christy about what he saw on the tape, and she tells Dennis that she was talking to Toby, and Toby will tell her secrets. And Christy says that if she tells any of Toby's secrets, then she would be in trouble. And Dennis tells Julie about this, but she just dismisses it as Christy having an overactive imagination. Also, Julie is probably high from smoking her sin sticks, and is most likely just checked out as a parent by this point. All she can think of is getting her next fix of weed drugs. Dennis is reviewing the footage with Randy, and since this is the 1980s, they get into a discussion about Back to the Future.
It should either be called Back to the Past.
Present. Back to the present.
No.
End of story.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes total sense.
Let's get back to the present, maybe. But back to the past.
Back to the present.
Oh, I'm sorry. They get into a dumb discussion about Back to the Future, because it is Doc Brown's future and Marty's present.
Next Saturday night, we're sending you back to the future.
So Doc wouldn't say get you back to the past because he's already in the past. And he wouldn't say get you back to the present because it's not Doc Brown's present. It's Doc Brown's future. And Doc Brown had just suffered a head injury. So even if it is a little awkward, it makes exact perfect sense. And Randy was most likely going to make a weird joke about how he would have sex with his own mother if she looked like Leah Thompson. And then Dennis would say, oh, I totally agree. But before we can hear that depravity, they hear more banging sounds from the bathroom and they go to investigate. Fingers crossed it's your lady pooping. Huh? That'd be pretty sexy.
Holy shit.
Okay. Dennis is a wedding videographer who spends 12 hours a day reviewing home movies for no money, and Julie is pulling pranks in the middle of the day on a Tuesday. Does anyone work? We then jump to night 5, and honestly, there could have been some paranormal activity on nights 2, 3, and 4, but by this point, Dennis has 48 hours of footage to scrub through, so he's bound to miss some stuff.
Good morning, class. Today we're going to learn the McDonald's menu song and give a listener out there a chance to win $1 million. So, repeat after me. Repeat after me. You know it all. Okay. Here goes. Big Mac, McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese fillet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden french fries, regular or larger size of salad, shepherd tartan, or a chicken salad, oriental, big breakfast, steak and muffin, hot cakes and sausage, meat with biscuits, bacon, egg and cheese, or sausage, Dennis, hash brown stew, and for dessert, hot apple pies and sundaes, 3 varieties of sauce, or country kinds of shakes and chocolate, chip cookies, and a drink of Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, an orange drink, a Sprite, and coffee, decaf, too, a love that milk, also an orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all at one place. Got it?
This song is actually pretty catchy. Oh my god, I turned on the light. Why did I turn on the light? Where's this? Oh god. Dennis is so weird. I don't want him to wake up. Shit. Oh my god. Get it together, Toby. And the next day, Julie's mother Lois comes over to trash Dennis and to pressure Julie into having more children with Dennis.
I wish you were a little more financially secure.
He is financially secure, Mom. He has a job.
He shoots wedding videos.
No.
Well, when he has footage of a ghost to sell to hard copy, he's gonna be a millionaire, and you're gonna be jealous as hell, Lois.
You always said you wanted a big family.
I changed my mind, okay? I have 2 beautiful girls.
You always wanted a son.
Huh. Why are you pushing so hard for a grandson, Lois? Have any debts to a demon that need to be repaid? We get to night 8, and the cameras catch Christy running through the house being creepy as shit. So the next day, Julie talks to Christy for the 15-minute block every day when Julie isn't high on marijuana cigarettes, and she asks her about Toby.
You know you can tell me, right?
He told me not to talk about it. Why don't you just ask him yourself? He's standing right next to you.
Even someone who didn't have a paranoid, drug-addled brain would be terrified by that statement. And I don't care how young Christy is. If that's my daughter, she's moving out. I would just claim that she's actually secretly an adult and force her to get her own place like those assholes on that one documentary. Randy and Dennis pick up some books about demons from the library, And we get the same basic information. It's kind of like the Blair Witch, where there's like only a small handful of actual facts about these things, and they just rehash them in every movie. So the demon feeds on fear and sticks around because it wants something. And we learn that someone in Christy and Katie's family most likely made a deal with the demon for wealth and prosperity. You can guess who it is. So Christy is having a tea party with Toby, and Dennis tries to ask her questions about Toby, but she refuses to talk about him.
Yeah, sorry. No, I just put my hand on him.
Oh.
And he didn't like that.
You know, Toby has some pretty strong boundary issues for someone who won't stop touching humans. Hypocrite much? That night, Dennis and Julie go out for a date, and the girl's babysitter Lisa comes over, and Katie and Christy ask her for a ghost story.
Ooh, I'm a ghost. Hello, Dennis. You found the ghost.
Ooh, I can't imagine Toby is going to be thrilled with being mocked. You see, Lisa, the whole white sheet nonsense is what sets mainstream acceptance of demons back. I mean, this isn't the 1930s. I'm not walking through the halls going, woo! I thud through the halls and just kind of do this. Oh my god, how the hell did I fall through the floor? That never happens. Okay, Christy, the deadline for this contest is in 2 weeks. We need to practice.
No.
Do not flake out on me when we are so close to greatness.
No.
You little uppity brat.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I've decimated entire civilizations with plagues and famine, and I've forced kings to their knees, and this little girl can't be bothered to sing a fast food menu? Disgusting. The next day, Christy develops a really high fever, and Julie and Dennis take her to the hospital and have Randy watch Katie, and Katie convinces him to play Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Okay, so Bloody Mary can't make it. It's just me. So we have this thing at work where since I'm already stationed here, if she gets a call, I have to cover it. It's like an overtime thing. And honestly, now I'm going to have so much paperwork to do because of it. And I hate doing Bloody Mary's whole shtick because she is very overrated. And honestly, you can't even technically qualify her as a demon. Like, her name is Mary Rothschild, and she's just like a level 3 fiend at best. So, I don't know. Let me go through Mary's checklist. First, I gotta scratch this dude, jiggle a doorknob, and knock this chair over. Boom, I'm out of here. Peace, bitches. All right, Christy. I didn't want to have to do this, but if you don't sing this song, I may have to hurt your sister. Is that what you want? Huh? Want me to throw her in this closet?
Do it!
You swear? Because this is 1988. Contests from corporations and magazine sweepstakes are like the only way to make money right now.
Just let her go!
I'm not blocking that door at all. I think she's pulling when she needs to push. See, she got out. She's fine. And Toby realizes that he's getting nowhere on his own, so he has to find a way to get the family to go to Grandma Lois's.
No, we're not going to Grandma's house, okay? We're not going to Grandma's because there's no Toby, sweetie. There's no Toby.
So listen, here's the deal. Apparently I was completely wrong about how this contest works. Like, you have to get the record that has the people on the record singing it correctly, and then you'll win $1 million. I'm kind of tied to you right now, so we need to get to your Grandma Lois's stat because she's going to be pissed when she hears about this. I need to get to her before she talks to my bosses. Actually, I know how to get your family out of here. Don't worry. And so they all go to Grandma Lois's, and in the middle of the night, Dennis and Julie are awakened by sounds coming from downstairs, and Julie thinks that it's her mom and goes to talk to her. And when she doesn't come back, Dennis goes looking for her, and he finds the girls missing as well. And Dennis is then suddenly chased by a group of old women. And Julie dies by getting thrown down the stairs, and Dennis hides in a closet with Christy. Dennis? Hey, it's Toby. Look, the War Department really needs you and Christy to just come out here. We've got to find a new way to make some money. And now I know typically when you refer to women as the War Department, it's meant as like a playful thing. But these bras are batshit insane, so I would not piss them off any more than they already are. I am so sorry, Dennis. You were just collateral damage in all this. I don't know how I'm going to get that $1 million, but I just know I can't do it with you around. And now back to the Drive at 5 on WKUZ, The Coos. Welcome back. This is your main man, Rad Chad, and the phone lines are open. And caller number 9 will have a chance to win $1 million. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Rad Chad. What's your name, partner? Toby? Whoa. Go ahead and turn down your radio there, Tobe. Sorry, I'm just so nervous. I'm a big fan. That's alright. So, Toby, what do you do for a living? I dabble in otherworldly bargains. I'm not technically a djinn, but there is some overlap. Awesome. Okay, Toby, enough foreplay.
Oh.
Let's get busy. So, Toby, with $1 million on the line and a sponsorship from McDonald's, can you sing the McDonald's menu song? Oh, gosh, I really hope so. All right, buddy, whenever you're ready. Big Mac McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese filet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden french fries, regular or larger size, a salad, chef or garden, or a chicken salad, or Oriental. Big breakfast, egg McMuffin, haha, cakes, a sausage, maybe biscuits, bacon, egg and cheese, a sausage, Danish hash browns, 2 and 4 dessert, hot apple pies, and Sundays, 3 varieties, a saucer cone, 3 kinds of shakes, and chocolate chip cookies. Then to drink a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, and orange drink, a Sprite, and coffee, decaf, 2 low-fat milk, and also in orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all in one place. Woo! I did it! Whoa, hold on there, Toby. That was impressive and all, but sorry, we were looking for the Canadian version of the McDonald's menu song. You know, the one that has the McChicken on it. What? You didn't say that. Oh, it was heavily implied, Toblerone. But better luck next time.